Not every guest that stays with me leaves a review, but I finally got to the point where I've reached 100 solid reviews on Airbnb. So I want to share with you 10 things that I've learned as a superhost. Number one, the guest experience starts before they even get there, before they arrive. Your level of communication, the accuracy of your listing. And when I say that the experience starts before they arrive, I try to make sure that ACs are running, Netflix is logged into, I leave snacks in the room. You want to make yourself stand out from the other Airbnbs in the neighborhood, especially in a market like the west side of Puerto Rico. It's overly saturated. Airbnbs are a dime a dozen at this point. Changing from a 2-night minimum to a 3-night minimum, especially during high season, has really helped me get more bookings, quality bookings, and a little bit more money. Your cleaning crew is so important. That is like the most important thing. I can't even stress this enough. I've gone through 4 or 5 cleaning crews at this point, and it is definitely a struggle, but you absolutely need a good cleaning crew. Airbnb is not passive income. Passive income and Airbnb should never be in the same sentence. Don't take reviews so personally. There's always going to be criticism, okay? Even sometimes hate or shade. Your property and the experience you're providing isn't going to meet everybody's expectations, and that's okay. Not every booking is a good booking. I used to get so excited every time I heard the notification that I was about to get paid for a new booking, but let me tell you, I would much rather vet my guests. You're going to start picking up on cues or picking up on signals from people. When people ask you certain questions, you kind of know where their head's at as far as what kind of guest they're going to be. And I like to be able to filter through that. Here's another controversial one. I don't like to use dynamic pricing tools. I started using dynamic pricing tools a couple months ago just to test the waters to see if I was able to get more bookings. And yes, I was able to get more bookings, but they were not quality bookings. I mean, they weren't quality guests. I would rather charge a little bit more and get a better guest than drop my rates just because the market is telling me to do so. That also goes into turnover or flipping the containers. The more bookings you get, the more cleaning fees you have, the more times you need to clean the units. And I would rather have less bookings and higher quality bookings. Of course, there isn't a science behind this. It doesn't mean that just because somebody's paying a higher premium or a higher nightly rate that they are going to be a better quality guest, but I've definitely noticed a correlation between when my prices are substantially lower and the bookings that I'm getting versus when I price accordingly and I have a fair market value of what I believe a night should cost and the quality of the guest that books. Screw the white sheets, okay? When I first started, I wanted all white, everything. I wanted nice, fluffy white comforters with white sheets because that's what Airbnb was telling everybody to do. Gray is the way to go. Just stick with gray. It's easier. It also makes the job of the cleaning lady or the cleaning crew a lot easier. Also, don't buy really heavy comforters. Buy quilts. Laundry takes up most of the time when it comes to flipping a unit, and you want it to be done quickly. If you don't live on the island and you have an Airbnb on the island and you're not cleaning the units yourself, you need a cleaning crew, you need a backup, and you need a backup to the backup. And definitely do your homework before you start paying Tom, Dick, and Harry 20 to 30% of your earnings because they're managing your property. Quite frankly, just do it yourself. Nobody's going to care as much as you do about your own business. I've met property managers that will charge as little as 10% to manage your bookings and upwards of 30%. And that to me is just mind-boggling, mind-blowing. It's ridiculous. That's just my opinion. You can have your own. Becoming an Airbnb host has changed my life. Becoming a property owner on this island has changed my life. And I know that I bitch and moan about a lot of different things that I have going on with my life, with dating, with all the bullshit. But in the grand scheme of things, I do live a wonderful life. And a big part of that is because I did decide to relocate from New York to Puerto Rico to start this business. So if you've been itching to start an Airbnb business, or you feel like you don't know where to get started and you have any questions, you can always shoot me a DM. My door is always open. Maybe not my door, but my DMs are always open for that. And would love to answer any questions you might have, whether it's renovating on the island, building a container home on the island, how to find decent contractors on the island. I might not be able to help you with that actually, but if you got any questions, shoot me a DM.